Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Friday session of local brand promotion, the day before the Boks play the New Zealand in the final tournament for World Cup Rugby. We hope that they will bring it back. But today we're going to start with Dee's Kitchen. She's just going to introduce herself and she's going to tell us how she started.
Okay, so my name is Debbie Mhlongwa, known as Lady D. I'm a 31-year-old self-taught baker and a managing director of Dee's Kitchen that houses Dee's Archer and Baked by D. So I also manage a small garden at my workplace where we plant different types of crops. And I'm equipped with extensive experience in the hospitality industry, and I employ excellent leadership skills, and I portray multitasking strength as well. So I'm also a self-motivated person, very enthusiastic, and a positive can-do attitude. So I'm basically an all-rounder.
Thank you so much for that introduction. We understand that you are passionate about your brand. Can you tell us any specific reason?
Okay, so I'm basically passionate about my brand because it allows me to be in a creative space, so it makes it easier for me to actually combine science and arts together, so it's something not only delicious, but it's also visible to like it's visually appealing. So I don't only create something that you can eat and it's delicious, but it's also visually appealing as well. And so the process of experimenting with flavors, and techniques together with ingredients is extremely fulfilling. So with cooking and baking, I also have like the ability to bring people together. So sharing a meal and with my freshly baked treats with friends and families that fosters a sense of connection between people. So it's actually fulfilling to the eye. So to watch people to like sharing what I've created with my hands, basically. So yeah, I think moreover with food, food is a universal language. As I've said, it brings people together, and it transcends cultural boundaries, and it also it doesn't put a limit to learning as well. So it's a way to explore diverse cultures, and to also explore my culinary skills, and allows me to continuously learn. And I think the satisfaction of preparing food. So it's as I've said, it's a constant learning, through my journey, and the sheer joy of creating that, seeing people smile, after sharing my creations, it always drives my passion. Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that explanation. There's so many products that you could have ventured into. I mean, see, you produce cakes, you produce food, muffins, all type of food. You could have chosen other brands like making furniture or something.
Yeah.
Is there why did you venture into food? I know you said you love food, but why?
So it's basically a combination of curiosity, a necessity, and like a genuine passion for cooking. So firstly, I think with the curiosity is like from a young age, I was I was always curious about food, especially in the culinary world. I grew up in a family where home cooked meals like were a daily thing. They were a daily routine in our home. And both my parents and grandparents were very enthusiastic cooks, and I would often find myself assisting in the kitchen, and just getting that feel and experience. And I would always accompany my granny in her garden, when she wants to harvest her produce. So, and with necessity and independence, it actually, as I moved to boarding school when I was young, I realized that cooking is actually a necessity, and with that, it's knowing how to cook is actually a valuable skill that one needs to learn. So it also like allowed me to eat healthy at school, save money while at it, and also gain like a sense of independence, and with the continuous learning as well. The culinary world is so vast. There's continuous changes in recipes, and there's like a lot of culinary, giants that are always like changing, so we also need to change and also learn from that. And that also inspires us as, small businesses to actually achieve more in the hospitality industry. So I think in conclusion, cooking and baking is not just a hobby, so it's like an integral part, of my life. And the joy of seeing people enjoying my food, and creating, and the satisfaction of a well-prepared meal, so it also forges like that connection through food, and what that continue to like it continues to actually drive my passion, in the culinary arts, and the journey of continuous growth as well in my business, and a source of immense pleasure. So I think that it continuously drives my passion.
Thank you very much, Debbie, for that detailed explanation. One of our questions is to find out how do local brands see rent show benefit them? How do you see that it benefit you guys as local brands?
Okay, so I think with the ranch show is a big event, and it attracts like different types of customers. It attracts a diverse audience, and if I can put it in simple terms, and like different kind of visitors, ranging from across the country, even across the world, so it also houses like tourists, and that will actually give us like more exposure for a broad reach, so it's like that opportunity to actually introduce our brand, to a wide range of potential customers. And another thing is brand recognition, so participating in such a well-known event can significantly boost, our brand recognition. With market research, the attendees at the ranch show, it continuously proves a chance to conduct like informal market research. So for that as well, it can also assist us with our marketing strategy, on how to go about everything else, and how to receive feedback from our customers, how to communicate while we're selling our products, how to gauge customers, and to actually get a reaction from customers about our product will actually boost, our social media presence. So I think with this, in terms of networking as well, we will be able to network with potential funders, potential investors, even potential suppliers, because I believe it's a big event. So it's not only for consumers, but it's also for people that would like to invest in small businesses, and with the branding authenticity, it's easier for a customer to actually engage with us, and then they can actually feel our product and feel the authenticity, of what we actually created with our own hands, so with the other aspect is feedback, and getting feedback from customers on how we can improve our brand, getting a few ideas or recommendations, that will also be like a huge difference in our brand growth. So I think all in all, adding to the ranch show as our local brand owner will bring some significant and advantages for us as brand owners. It's going to create like a brand awareness and increase our sales. And yeah, so I think it's a very broad advantage on our side as brand owners.
Thank you. Let's look into your products. Uh, you have such a good skill. Can you see this one?
Yes.
Yeah. What were you thinking about when you designed this?
So with me, actually, as I've said, yes, I'm a home baker and I'm a self-taught baker. So whenever I get orders from my customers, and at times I get like it's not even a specific order. They'll just maybe let me know that they need like a chocolate, a chocolate cake that has chocolate designs or chocolate decorations. So what I'll do is I'll actually picture it in my head first before I actually create it. So it actually takes time first to actually create something in your mind first before you actually put it on paper, and then from paper to an actual cake. So it's I like it. I don't even know how to explain it. It just comes naturally, when I have to
Yeah.
start baking. Yeah.
This one has a interesting taste of colors.
Yeah. That's called a rainbow oozing berry cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one as well. What was your thought around this?
So the customer basically wanted like a not plain but a simple cake that is appealing to the eye. So I thought about, what, let me just go for a simply naked cake. So when a customer wants a naked cake, it's basically a cake that is not fully covered. Because we have different types of cakes. There's fully covered with fondant. And for me, my specialty is buttercream. And I also do a bit of ganache as well. So with here, the customer just wanted a simple cake, and that's what I delivered for her.
We believe that you also have got some very delicious food here.
Yes,
Tell
I
us
do.
about it.
Okay, so with this, it was actually at a social market. So we also have like a food trailer. So with the food trailer, it doesn't actually limit us. It's a mobile kitchen where we can actually move from places to places. So with the social market, we just check um, different customers that are coming by, different client base, and what exactly they need for that event. So we actually go with the clients and what they want and the target market as well, so that we are able to actually create a menu for the day. So that's what we had, like a meaty platter. We had ribs served with chips, and our only starch that we had was dumpling. Because most of entrepreneurs go for pap. Sometimes they will have like your stamp, and so we just decided to go with a dumpling. Because it's also like part of our African diversity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We believe you also have got a product of your own for Archer. Tell us about it.
Okay, so my the acha that we actually make it from scratch. We manufacture it from scratch, so we just outsource raw materials. And what we'll do is we'll just chop it finely, before we actually mix it with spices, and just dye the certain oil that we use. And yeah, so I think the most thing that sets us apart is that most archers that you would buy have big chunks. So before we actually started making the archer, we were like, what, we don't actually enjoy big chunks, because they'll be full of big chunks and you won't even enjoy it. And that's when we decided to, what, I think let's sell something that is actually different. Yes, archer is there, but the taste is different, the texture, and the pieces inside. So it's smaller pieces rather than larger, so it actually gives customers that satisfaction to enjoy the acha. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that explanation on your product. This is really lovely, to be honest. And
Thank you.
I mean, looking at your work, what you've been doing, in the background, in this kitchen truck, I mean, it's amazing.
Thank
I'm looking
you.
forward to have a taste of your food in future.
No, you have.
Tell me something. You are aware that Ekasi Mall, we are in a process of building a mall only dedicated for local brands, which means that we looking for brands that are producing in small scale. And looking at your brand, you will be in the food court of Ekasi Mall.
Yes.
Now, my question to you is maybe somewhere in one of the malls outside Ekwasi Mall, a store manager is looking at you and it's like, oh, this is lovely. How can you convince that store manager to have your food, this kitchen in his mall or in his store?
Okay, so I can basically, how can I put it? I'll basically sell my product, sell my product and, letting them know of the different types of products that I have. What solution am I solving? Because I think with entrepreneurs, we need to understand the solution that we're solving, and what customers are actually buying from us. So with me, it's actually customers are buying experience, customers are buying convenience, customers are buying accessibility. So with me, it's with us as a brand, we're going to have to now sell our product and just let the manager of the mall know why or what sets us apart. So it's going to be basically us presenting what we can do, and how we can achieve it.
Thank you so much for that. Presumably, there is an investor who's watching this video, or one of the investors come across this video. What will you say to the investor to invest in your truck business for food or a food store in a mall?
So I think for us, it's getting an investor to invest in our business is to basically boost our marketing strategy, to assist us in our social media presence, for one, because I think people would like to see us more, get more exposure on our product and what we actually do. Because with food trailer, it's easier to actually track our brand. So whenever we are at a social market, we can be able to get a lot of social media presence. So I think one of the things that we will invest in, or I would tell an investor to invest in us, will be our social media presence. And I think another thing is, growing the business on its own, getting a second trailer, and actually employing people that share the same passion as us, and that will actually benefit our community as well when we get like some the youth, the youth that is actually passionate about food the way we are, and I think we would also invest in growing our business and getting a second trailer, so that we can maybe just get a trailer that will stand maybe at a corporate, or just find a place where it can actually sell there while the other is actually moving around. And I think another thing is I would actually ask the investor to invest in our manufacturing business, as we manufacture acha from scratch, get like a bigger space, to house the acha, get a bigger space where we'll be able to hire the youth, that will also be beneficial as well with in terms of our unemployment rate. So with the manufacturing side, we'll be able to get like a proper machinery to boost, our production. We'll be able to get stock in bulk, even get like a broader supply that can actually now supply raw materials, for us. And I would also tell an investor to invest in our delivery services, as some people would like our services and we are out of reach, so at least with delivery services, we'll be able to manage the production, we'll be able to deliver on time, to customers that are a bit far from where we will be by that time. And I think another thing is also invest in a bakery, so I'd also love to have a bakery, since we also have bakery skills, so, and this will also create employment, as we'll be able to always teach our employees different skills when it comes to baking, because there's a lot of techniques when it comes to baking. There's bread making, there's cake decorating, there's pastry making, and there's desserts. So I'd also love to actually have a proper bakery structure. So I think, that's what I'll tell my investor.
No, thank you so much. I'm going to ask you the last question. Uh, we have had the markets, Pretoria July, and we're doing the YouTube local brands promotion. In your own way of thinking, how do you think we are trying to assist local brands in terms of Small initiatives? How does Small initiatives helping you guys as local brands?
Okay, so I think the Casimo initiative has helped us immensely, especially when it comes to our market reach, So the initiative of Casimo is already providing us with an online platform to showcase our products. So with this type of setup, it allows our product or our brand to actually get more exposure, in a different type of setup. No one has ever done no one has ever thought about doing this. So I think for us, it's a special gesture coming from the Casimo initiative to actually bring local brands, to get brand awareness, to get exposure. As I said, it's a different setup. So I think the Casimol initiative has helped us immensely on increasing our market reach. It has increased our visibility as well. And you guys also have e-commerce experience, expertise. So with us, we're likely to provide resources to actually expand our market, in the e-commerce industry, and with also digital support, we've anticipated that Egasimo offers marketing and promotions, and you've assisted us as well when it comes to our digital field, and especially when it comes to social markets that we've had in the past. You'd help us create a digital flyer to get more traffic, especially on in the social markets, because I think it's not easy trying to organize a social market with startups, and SMEs, but with the Casimol initiative, you guys have helped us get new source of consumers to actually buy our products and for brand awareness as well. And I think for when it comes to our customer trust, with we've established our customer trust, and as I've mentioned with e-commerce and with you've helped us build the trust in them, between our brand and consumers. Yeah, so I think all in all, the participation in the CAS initiative is expected to enhance our brand's digital presence, and more of our visibility to get our brand out there, yeah.
Thank you very much for that explanation and the answers for all the questions. You are aware that as a Black woman, it's never an easy, especially from our townships, to start a business. And there is someone out there who says, I want to start a business, I want to sell this, I want to do that, I want to do that. What words of encouragement do you have to that particular person?
Yeah, no. I think starting a business as an entrepreneur is a very lonely place, because you constantly have to face criticism. You constantly have to face people judging you on, but why would you want to do that? Why stresses a scala, you know? So I think
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
very lonely place, but I think it takes special people, to
And
actually,
sleepless nights as well.
yeah, you have to be like brave enough. And I think for me, when I realized my passion, it started getting scary for me, So I started to understand the reason why it's scary. If it's not scary and if it doesn't scare you, then it's not real. So I think for me it's that thing, you get shivers, you get jitters, you're not sure if, hey, am I in the right place? Sometimes you wake up and you want to cry,
Mm.
so I think what I would like to share with another entrepreneur in starting is believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. Make sure that you've already identified your passion. Make sure that you're actually solving a problem. Make sure that you've done your research. You know what it is that you want, and at the moment you know what you want, you go for it. So don't let anyone else tell you that, nah, no one will buy into your product. So it's not for them to decide, because I believe if it's a dream and if it's something that you want to achieve, no one should stop you. And I think all in all is to remember the journey that you wanted to start, and that as Mokasi, we have like a lot of discouragement, so you have to actually block that in your mind. And because it's not just about building a business, it's about creating a legacy, and it's about making a positive impact in your life, because it's buying into yourself first before you actually buy into your own business. So it's you before anyone else. Yeah, so I think in achieving your dreams, just make sure that you stay motivated, stay determined, and never lose any hope. And you will, like, no one will ever tell you the potential that you have. And I think we shouldn't, because a lot of people do undermine their capabilities, So, and as an entrepreneur, you should not. And I will repeat this: you should not undermine, your capabilities of what you can actually do. Don't even throw yourself back. Always keep yourself motivated. Even on the toughest times, you make sure that you keep positivity in your mind, because negative thoughts create, negative outcome. So whenever you have positive thoughts, you'll always create, positive outcome. So I think what I can say to them is go for it. Yeah, go for it. And yeah, that's all I have to say for them.
No, thank you so much. I'm looking at your products. There's these guys we met at the previous market called Spaza Eats. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if you're aware of them. Yeah,
Yes,
I
I
think
am.
you should collaborate with them for deliveries. But we can talk that after the session.
Definitely.
Now people have seen your pictures and then they're interested in contact you. Can you share with us your contact details?
Okay, so my cell phone number, I'm reachable on WhatsApp with the number which is 083 484 2871. And I'm reachable as well on my social media pages. I go by baked by D _012 on Instagram. And I go by Foodies Cafe and Grill on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, thank you so much, Debbie, for coming this afternoon. I know you are busy and it's Friday, and I really love how you presenting yourself. And I just hope that one of the investors or the store manager, in terms of the mall somewhere, will be interested in contacting you. We want to thank everybody who's watching this video, and for those who are gonna watch it, thank you for taking your time. And want wishing everybody a wonderful evening and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.